All right. So story time. This is a new thing I'm gonna try out. So off the top of my head, one take, I carried it. So um, the topic for the day is ugly people need confidence. No, how you think with that? Ugly people over need confidence. And when I say over need, right, over need confidence. So what I mean by that, in general, the amount of confidence you need does basically increase the uglier you are. To lie to yourself. You know if you're ugly, right? We all know. We all know if we're ugly. I know how good looking I am. I know how good looking I was. I know I'm getting uglier as time goes along. I wouldn't say uglier. I'm aging. So we ain't pretty as pretty as we used to be. But for those that was ugly, hey, from the start, you need confidence. Build up your confidence. Now, how the story does go. Now, there's that kind of once upon a time. I really gonna use no names. I go in and basically kind of fabricate the story as I go along. Yeah. So it had this fella, right? When I was like back in the days, like my 20s, I used to line like in Sando. And them when I used to line in Sando, I had like a Sando in San Fernando from Trinidad. Whatever, we could do with that in that time. Right. So I used to line in Sando. I had my own little corner, my own group of friends. Every day I used to just hang out with these fellas and them, and it was a nice vibes. Real nice vibes. So being on nice vibes, we uh you know, we was good looking. Birds of a feather. So like I was very good looking. I know those fellas they must be face. Mm, mm. Yeah, they must be face. So um and I had a lot of good looking friends. None of we was really ugly. So again, birds of a feather. Now, would that cause our ego to be a little higher than it should be? Yes. See. So it had this guy, and besides being ugly, he was poor. Ugly and poor is a bad combination because money can't even pull you out. And when I tell you the man was ugly, he he had like one of them unproportional eyes and you know nose crooked, broad and black. And I know. Sounds bad when I say it now in 2025, but back then the standards was pretty, was up there. It was kind of borderline in slavery standards, or what the term is classism. So when we do so now, the man realized that he can't compete. So instead of making the issue like nowadays with youth and them, what he do was he end up saving the money. Now when I say saving money, no long term set of money, 2 years. While we out there partying, Mr. Man working. 2 years. You understand? And in the 2 years, what he do? The man upgrade the kit. So now all of a sudden he's one of few away who pumping Nikes. I didn't need Nikes because I mean, I didn't need a lot of things. Back then, your looks and whatever confidence I had from being good looking was enough to carry me through. This man, what man with Nikes, all the latest brands, and more importantly, and this is our ugly man key to success. The fella was standing rock gold, jewels and gold, and he had the biggest chain. Look at my thin ass chain. Look at my thin chain. See, thin chain. That because good looking. Ugly man need a big chain. The hack for most ugly men. If you do get nothing else on this video, ugly man need a big chain. So ugly man do so bam, rock it. Thick chain. Always have money on him. He always had the brands. And he was the first out of all of it to get a car. Let me tell you something. Mr. Man face was hang up. His personality was kind of weird too. But you see when he buy that car don't get woman. Mr. Man started to give we advice on how to get girls. Man will be like, dog, you need to step up. You need to this, you need. I say, wait. Who telling me how to get girls? Now, mind you, we could throw the ugly card how much out there, but he worked for it. Now that I look back at it, now at my wonderful age, and I look back at it, Mr. Man, work. He realized he had a problem, he found a solution. And that is basically it. With everything in life, if you have a problem, there's always a solution. Sometimes the solution might not even be what you want. It might be some abstract stupidness or it might be hard. But that don't mean they do exist. You understand? It exists. It's just how bad you really want it. Mr. Man wanted bad enough to change himself from a poverty looking fool, ugly ass poverty looking fool, to a full fledged model, still ugly, but the model, right? And you know what I did? I see, like when I was on Facebook kicking off, post up yourself, you make your little profile, and then bam, I see me some woman from foreign. Again, I'm from a third world country, not Trinidad and Tobago. Whatever, woman from foreign was a big thing back in them days. A girl from foreign come and just pick him up and go on with him. Green card, everything. He out there right now in New York, he about 3, 4 buildings. Still ugly. You know, as you get older, all your features just emphasize. If you had a big jaw, you get a bigger jaw. If you had a big nose, you get a bigger nose. And he get uglier, right? And with how uglier he get, it didn't matter. Because tell me, man went across there, same confidence, same amount of presence, same amount of goal, get you. And the moral of this story is, if you're lacking in one thing, you could always make it up with money. Anything you're lacking in life, money can usually fix it. Money does buy happiness, money does buy confidence, money does buy a whole new life. Get your money up. That's the moral of the story. Story time ended. We all